Welcome to this masterclass called Feminine Rising. My name is Yarin Weltzman and my online platform is called Queen Yarin. When I started calling myself Queen Yarin, people really raised an eyebrow. But for me, it was really never about feeling more than or better than, but it came from a deep knowing that when a woman has the audacity and the courage to really step into her power, she gives other women the permission to do the same. And that's really the essence of my platform. It's to remind women that they are the queens of their own life. And we have a role and a responsibility as Jewish women, not just for our individual lives, but for Am Yisrael in general. And the Torah teaches that every single soul comes into this world with a unique mission. And it doesn't serve anyone when we play small. And it doesn't help the world when we dim our light. The Torah teaches, "B'schut nashim tzidkaniyot nigalnu mimitzrayim." In the merit of righteous women, the Jewish people were redeemed from Egypt. And the Midrash adds that in the merit of righteous women, we will be redeemed again. And right now we're living through awakening, some people might say terrifying and frightening, but really beautiful and exciting times. And our nation is going through so much in Israel and also around the globe. In every single corner of the world, we're seeing the rise of Jew hatred and anti-Semitism, but none of this is random. And all of this and everything that's happening is really here to awaken us. And it's a call to the Jewish people, to Am Yisrael, to step back into our role in the world, to no longer be the victim, to stand up and be the main protagonist on the global stage. Our sages teach that in this era, this specific time, it's the time of Mashiach, and it is a time that the feminine is rising. And that means that our role and our absolute merit as Jewish women is to live through these days with open eyes and an open heart. And really, this course is an offering to bring more context into that role on an individual level and on a collective level. And it is here to open the windows into this spiritual feminine wisdom that underlies our Torah and our tradition. Because the truth is that for many generations, Jewish women have felt sidelined. We felt that there haven't been enough leadership roles or that our female figures and biblical figures have been forgotten. But the very fact that I am sitting here and that you are listening to this is a sign of this grand awakening of the feminine rising. And before we begin, let me share a little bit about myself. I grew up to Israeli parents in South Africa in a very secular but Zionist and very beautiful home. And I was always a very curious young girl. I was always searching and asking questions. And when I finished school, I knew that I wanted to move to Israel. And I convinced myself somehow to let my parents let me go to seminary. And for the past 12 years, I've really immersed myself in learning not just Torah, but also Pnimiyut HaTorah, the inner secrets of the Torah. And I've studied with the full spectrum in the Jewish world. I've studied with Haredi teachers in Bnei Brak. I've studied with modern Orthodox rabbis and rabbitans in Jerusalem. I've studied with ultra-religious Zionist teachers in the hills of Judea and Samaria. And I've studied with Kabbalists in Tel Aviv. And my journey has been very holistic and diverse and deeply personal, with all the ups and downs of my life, weaving together sources from across the Jewish world and many years of self-exploration and growth, of trials and tribulations. And it is such a deep joy to be bringing all of this here to you today. In this course, we're going to be exploring some of the fundamental pillars of Jewish spirituality. Firstly, the absolute genius of the Hebrew calendar is a template for spiritual growth. We're going to be talking about the connection between woman, Rosh Chodesh, Shabbat, and our cycles. We're going to be talking about the feminine way of living with time. And we're even going to talk about how to address anti-Semitism, but not through fear, through strength and pride. And although these are very diverse topics, there's really one thread that's running through all of them. And that is a shift in perspective, looking at everything, our lives, our tradition, our people, and our role as women through the lens of the feminine. My blessing as we begin this journey together is that each of every single one of us remembers the queen inside, and that we see our bodies and our voices and our stories not just as sideline but as central, and that by reclaiming the feminine together will help tip the scales towards redemption. Welcome to the Feminine Rising. I am so honored to begin this journey with you.